Graduation, we are looking forward to graduating over 1,600 graduates. They have been able to train in various areas, ranging from masonry, motor vehicle mechanic, food and beverage service and production, catering and accommodation, in the areas of electrical and electronics, engineering, plumbing, which is a key area nowadays, ICT technology, the business industry. Some people have done some entrepreneurial, because right now we are also looking at job creators in our country and the world at large, so that we can also be able to take care of the issues of unemployment. So these are the graduates we are looking forward to channeling out to the market, be able to join our various industries, and also to be able to be self-employed.
Come check on Michuki, Koso Uchekwe, and let's come and have fun together.
The Medi Health Show. My name is Vuti, and this is GTN TV, the home of gifts and talents. Now today we have a special episode lined up for you. We have beautiful girls here at Karima Mixed Day Secondary School, also accompanied by their fellows from Kagumo, Gatugi, and Wetima Mixed Day Secondary Schools. We're going to be talking to these girls about menstrual health management, and I am not alone. This episode has been powered by Wambogo Wainaina Foundation that is led by our able MP, Honorable Wambogo Wainaina. Also with me is a counselor here who is going to be talking to you. I want to encourage all of you that this episode is for you and we want to make it about you. So ask any question that you have. Our able counselor is going to be answering all your questions. Remember that you are GTN TV, the home of gifts and talents. So take this as a platform. If you feel like you can speak, we are going to be handing a mic over to you. You're going to ask your question. If you feel like you're not able to speak, still we want to educate you, because Medicamp creates a platform where we are trying to bridge the gap in everything to do with our health and all medical matters. So if you cannot speak up, we encourage you to write a note that I'm going to read out loud, and then our counselor is going to be answering that for you. So thank you so much, Madam Teresa, for making time for us and these beautiful girls. Karibu sana.
Good evening. I'm Teresia Nyambura Maina, a counselor psychologist. I work with the Peer Counselor Association of Kenya as the coordinator, Nyeri County. I'm also a trained scout reader, so I mingle so much with the teenagers. And I'm happy to be here this evening to answer your questions and also to guide you through the menstrual health. Welcome, and any question is welcomed. Ask. Don't go away with a question. I'm here for you. I'll answer them. And I mean any question. Those unanswered questions within you girls, I'll answer them. So kindly, if you can't speak out, light. And Mombi will read it for me and I'll answer your questions. Feel welcome.
Yes, thank you so much. So that is it. We want to make this about you and other girls that could be watching us from home. So make sure that you ask any question that you have. But for this first minute, Madam Teresa, maybe we can introduce, when we talk about mental health management, what age group are we talking about? Like, when is the onset of menstrual periods on most girls, and what changes are going to precede these in our young girls?
Okay, I want to say that puberty begins from 11 to 14 years. That's when most of the girls start their menses. And there are so many changes that occur in their bodies. The enlargement of their breasts, their hips enlarge. They could become a bit plump, their waistline enlarges, and their pubic hair starts growing under the arms also. So when it begins, it means that this girl is mature and can really reproduce, can become a mother if she does not pray safe. Yes.
Thank you so much. Now, you've mentioned that from as early as 11, a girl can have these changes and even start to experience menstrual periods.
Yes,
But is there a chance that it could come much later? Like maybe someone is sitting here and they are saying, I'm 15 or I'm 14 and I'm not yet receiving my menstrual periods.
Yes, it can. We are not physically, we are not treated like any other person. We are unique in our own ways. Biologically, too, we are different. So you might find that there is early maturity or late maturity among the girls. Yes.
So, how do we maintain good hygiene, especially during this period when a girl is receiving the menstrual periods?
Okay, the moment the girl is receiving the periods, it's not every single day. It comes once a month, and the cycles vary. There are those who receive within 21 days to 30 days in between there. And it's good for a girl to know her schedule so that she can be on the safe side, so that she can be ready and be ready with the pads. So, and there are others who can skip depending on the diet, the weather. So it should not raise an alarm. And it's good to know your cycle as a girl. Immediately the cycle starts, you start counting your days from day one of the menses to the last day. Yeah. So when it is the last day, you always remember after maybe 21, 28, 30 days, it will come again. So if you have a clear calendar of your menses, of your cycle, it will be very easy for you to be ready. Yes.
Now that you've mentioned, it's going to be there between 21 to 30 days
Yes.
after your last day. Does that rule out what we hear that we have girls with regular periods and others with irregular periods, that you don't know exactly when it's going to come, that you could count, but on the 21st or 28th or the 30th day, it's not there?
Yeah, it can happen because diet, weather also affects the girl's menses. You might find that the menses are regular when she's at home. The moment she's in school, it does not come regularly. So there is no case of alarm in case the girl has not prayed in the sex, because I've said the moment you start receiving your menses, it means you can reproduce. Yes.
Now, Councillor Teresa, let's talk to our girls about the psychology and the social factors that actually affect them when it comes to dealing with menstrual periods. For instance, we could have who struggle with getting sanitary towels. And we are lucky for this program that Wambogo Wainaina Foundation is going to be availing a few packets per girl. But we know that some girls struggle with getting these sanitary towels. And so someone might not even want to go to school during this period because they fear they're going to stain. They fear they don't have enough material to use. Now, how do we empower them psychologically so that you don't fear to carry out your normal activities just because it is your day and you're having your menstrual cramps?
Okay, there's no need of stigmatization. Menses are normal, and every normal woman in this planet Earth must have her menses. So you're not alone. All the female human beings receive their menses. It's only that when you know when they are coming, you'll have maybe saved some little coins of buying your sanitary towels. And if not, we have church leaders, we have the teachers who might be there to support you. Kindly don't fear telling them what you're going through. If you don't have the parts, it's better to speak to your teacher or to the church leaders instead of you staining your dresses. It's more embarrassing when you're stained than talking it out. Also remember, this female teacher might also be having her menses as you're talking to her, so she understands. And if you don't have enough wares, it's also good to tell your teacher or the church leaders, kindly girls, seek help. Because the moment you are putting on your pad, you need a good panty that will hold on your sanitary towel in place. So don't get embarrassed talking to any female that you see you can approach. Yes.
Thank you so much for that. And sometimes someone even has a spare. They have a spare, but it happens that they have stained their dress. It happens even to grown-ups, not only to young girls. This happens. In case it happens, how do they handle it? One, and then again, how often should we change our sanitary towels to avoid such an occurrence?
In case a girl stays in school, it's good to talk to your peer. Maybe a girl may be having a spare sanitary towel, and you can go use it. And if you're in school, it's not good to walk with your skirt like that. And it's kind of when you tie your sweater from the back, anybody might be suspecting what you're hiding. You can change the skirt, the stained part to come in front, then you can tie your sweater from the front. And then from there, you can go ask for permission from your teacher. You go and clean up. And for the changing of the sanitary towel, it's not good to go with a sanitary towels beyond 4 hours because it might lead to some infections, some rashes, some bad odor. So it's good to change regularly, whether your menses are heavy or not. It's good to change regularly. Make sure you don't go beyond 4 hours with one sanitary pad. Yes.
Thank you so much. And so we are still talking about hygiene, and mostly we know that we should clean our bodies. During this particular time, how often should we clean our bodies? And in particular, how exactly do we clean our genital area to avoid the infections you've mentioned, and also maybe to avoid the bad odor? Because, we could be cleaning, but are we doing it the right way?
Okay. As women, we are created very unique. So, girls, when cleaning your genital areas, kindly make sure you wash the inside and avoid some perfumed, very strong soaps. They might be having some chemicals that may lead to infection. So, it's advisable when you're having your menses, at least bathe twice a day, in the morning, in the evening. And then it's also good to keep your pubic hair short. You might not clean shave, but it's good to keep your pubic hair short because the hair might hold some dirt, some bacteria may form, and it might cause some infection. And the moment the girl might be having the infections, it's also good to talk it out. Don't shut up. Kindly go seek medical attention. It is not an STI, either is it an STD, it's just a bacterial infection. So kindly, if you have it, don't get embarrassed. Go seek help from a medical practitioner.
Because in the next 5 minutes, you're going to be tackling your questions. But before that, we have something that also comes with this, that every time a girl gets to the age where they can get their menstrual periods, then it means that this girl is also reproductive.
It is.
So how do we talk to our girls? I don't know if this information ever gets to them, but are our girls aware that if you're menstruating, then you're capable of becoming pregnant?
The moment your menses starts, it means you can reproduce. Your body is producing an ovary every single month. And therefore, if it means with the sperms, it will get fertilized. What happens before you receive your period is that your body is producing some hormones. I know the biology teachers know better than me. The estrogen and the progesterone. They are getting ready to hold the egg and the sperm when they meet. If they don't, that's when the uterus sheds the blood, the mucus, and the tissue. So you can become pregnant. And there is one thing I like telling the girls. At this age, at times you feel attracted to the opposite sex. It's not a crime. It's not bad. It's natural, it's human. But the way you control your feelings, the way you control yourself is what matters. Because at this time, you can channel those feelings, those sexual energy to more productive activities like games or sports. So the moment you feel attracted to a man, it's not a crime, neither is it a sin. You are normal. Your body is functioning very well.
We take one quick break here at Medi. What is the schedule? You know, mostly even during normal times, when we visit the washroom, we clean our hands after. But when we are handling sanitation or when we are changing our sanitary towels, when should we wash our hands and how often to avoid transfer of infections?
Even before you change your sanitary towel, it's advisable you wash your hands with soap and water because your hands may be having some germs. So you wash your hands before and after changing.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Thank you so much. That has been so enlightening. And in our next segment, we are taking this to the girls. We are going to be welcoming your questions and we are going to try and answer them the better that we can with the help of Councillor Teresa here. So kindly note them down, or if you can speak up, feel free to ask your question. So we are going to be taking one quick short break. Don't go away. We are going to be right back.
Andika maũndũ ta skiza tuni ya thimũ yaku. Hihinya *837 *3213# na igwatĩre rwĩmbo rũrũ ta rũgambi rwa thimũ yaku. Wena itangatho ngererikinyire ya Kenya na njira ya mwanya. Itangatho ria biacara, wendia wa migunda, magongona ngũrani ta kũmenyithia mũingĩ motungata marĩa kambuni yaku ĩraheana kana kũmenyithia mũingĩ mathomo marĩa thukuru waku ũraheana. Imenyithia ikuo hamwe na motungata mangĩ. Ũka wonjorithie na ithuĩ na thogora mũbacĩrĩre. Twarĩre kũgerera thimũ namba 0742606195 kana email nĩyo sales@gtntv.co.ke kana ũtũcĩre wabici-inĩ citũ GCTC Complex, former Udhaya Teachers College, GTN TV, mũciĩ wa iheo na taranda.
Thikũ ici andũ aingĩ nĩ maragio nĩ mũrimũ wa nerves ũrĩa ũhutagia magũrũ, ciande, ciara, marũngo maku makaga hinya, ũgaikara ũkĩgandaga, kũrĩo nĩ kĩongo kaingĩ kaingĩ, maitho maku makaga hinya, ũgate gĩtaranĩrio. Nĩkĩo thibitarĩ wa Neema Health Clinic ĩrĩa ĩtongoragio nĩ ndagĩtarĩ Mwangi ĩrakũmenyithia ĩna ũhoti wa kũriũkia nerves ciaku kaimana. Oho nĩ mathondekaga mathĩna ma gĩthũri kũhingĩkana, ulcers, goita na ĩngĩ mĩingĩ. Monekaga kũ? Mũthenya wa Jumatatũ monekaga Mahesh Hotel kũrĩa Mũrang'a kũrigania na bengi ya KCB. Waĩrĩ monekaga Thika Rwambogo Building kũrigania na stage. Wagatatũ monekaga kũrĩa Gĩthũngũri Diplomat House kũrigania na stage. Wakana nĩ Gwaramithi monekaga Maĩ Mahiũ Mathingira House kũrigania na stage ya Limuru. Wagatano monekaga Nairobi Nyamakima Mololine House. Naguo Jumapili monekaga Nyeri Star kũrigania na supermarket ya Naivas. Tia kũrĩra rĩngĩ tondũ Neema Health Clinic ĩhaha nĩ tondũ waku. Kuohoro makĩria mahũrĩre thimũ nĩyo 0725815641 0725815641. Neema Health Clinic, ũgima waku wa mwĩrĩ nĩ ũtonga waku.
Kagonye shule tukagonye etu sisi sote.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
Kagonye Boys, a very good school that nurtures talent and also is very good in academics. We have a prize giving day on 9th March 2024, which will start at 9 a.m. We have invited all of you to come and attend our prize giving day. We have also invited guests. We have the guest of honor, Honorable Michael Wainaina. We also have us professionals who will be together with us during that particular day. We want to appreciate our boys. They have done very, very well. So feel welcome. Support us. Kagonye Boys is the best, and let us make it the best in Kenya.
We'd like to invite everybody to our prize giving that will be held on 9th March. Feel welcome.
So I want to take this opportunity to welcome all of you to our school on 9th March 2024, which will be our prize giving day. So God bless you. Feel much welcome.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. We are on to our second segment where we are going to give a platform for questions, and then we are going to answer them. This program is aiming at impacting young girls, aiming at educating them on matters menstrual health.
Good afternoon. So my name is Jane Wangare, and I have a question. And what if you have a period and it has been like 4 hours and more, and yet the sanitary is not yet full? Will you change or will you stay with it?
Thank you. It's good to change the pad since the 4 hours are expired. Even if it's not swelled, it's advisable you change your sanitary.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So my name is Melissa, and I have a question. Whenever a girl gets periods, why is it that a girl experiences more pain in the abdominal part?
As I have said, it's the uterus that is shedding off some tissue, some mucus, and some blood. That's why it's kind of putting them away, shedding them away. So that's why you get that it's a bit painful. Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Eunice Wangoi, and I have a question. Is there any dose that you can take when your cramps are aching or when you have heavy periods?
It's not advisable to take any dose. It's good to drink a lot of water so that it can shed fast, because you'll be going to the latrine more regularly. But you find that if it's a bit heavy, you can get advice from a medical doctor on what to use. Don't just use any painkiller. Yeah, it's good to know what you're using.
Good afternoon. My name is Hanifa, and my question is, don't you think menstrual health as a topic is relevant, like for the male inclusive? They have to be included because these are the people we are going to find at the shops when we are buying pads. These are our fathers. We are going to request for money to buy pads, and these are our brothers who will know we have periods, and the biology teachers who will teach us about menstruation. So don't you think that they are also supposed to be included in this meeting?
Yeah, they should. Sorry, we've not included them today, but that forum, they'll be there because they are your brothers, they are your fathers, and the shopkeepers and whoever are male. So next time, they'll be there.
When one is experiencing the yellowish substance, what does it mean? Because when we are getting pads, we see the panty liners, but some we don't know what its use.
Okay. The female reproductive organ usually produces some mucus, and it's healthy, but there's some yellowish that can be heavy and itchy. That one calls for medical help. Yellowish and it's itching. You feel like it's itchy. You need to go see a doctor. Yes.
I have a question. It is related. We also know that there is the issue of endometriosis. So, what is endometriosis and what is the difference between having clammy menses and endometriosis?
Okay, the menses might be clumsy because of when you are menstruating, it means that your body is not producing some hormones, but the cramps are normal. You only need to take a lot of water so that you can go regularly to the latrine and change your pad more oftenly.
I have a question. What is there anything by the name so-called safe days? And if there is, what is the meaning of safe days?
Yes, they are the safe days. Okay, the safe days means you cannot get pregnant then. The unsafe days, it means you are ovulating and you are ready, your uterus is ready to hold a pregnancy in case the ovarium, I don't know what it's called, meets the sperm. So the safe days means you cannot get pregnant. But are you ready for the safe days at this? Does it mean you are sexually active? Yeah, there are some safe days, they are there. But it also depends on your cycle. You might follow a wrong cycle because there are those of you who go for 21 days, 28, 30. It depends with your cycle. That's why I said it's good to know your cycle as a person.
So in this next part, we are going to be reading out your questions and the counselor will answer them. So the first one, if someone has menses in school and they do not have a pad, what should they do?
As I have said, all female are normal. A normal female is her menses. So if you're in school and it comes, kindly go to your female teacher. She will help you out. And I know in most of the offices we have the emergency sanitary towels. And you can also consult your peer. It does not mean you don't have a friend in school. You can consult them. And it's advisable to know your cycle. Because the moment you know how many days you go for, you'll always be ready. You'll be having that pad with you. There's so many of us who go for sweets and whatever. Why don't we save that and buy pads? They're not very expensive. Are they? Yes.
Thank you for that. And someone is asking why some girls' periods stay like an year before they receive them again.
I said we are biologically created differently, and it can vary depending on the diet, the environment, maybe the weather. It varies. And you find that the first time it might come once and then delays for some time. So it's not abnormal, it's very normal.
Should they visit a doctor?
No, they should not. So long as you know you are safe, you've not had any sex, it's not.
So if your period appears green, what are you supposed to do?
Okay, I've never heard of a green period because as I have said, it's blood, some tissue and mucus coming out. So then it means you might be having a problem. Because I've never witnessed anything green.
Okay, so if you are having green period, kindly visit a doctor. You'll get more assistance there because it could be a sign it is something else that is wrong with your body. So is it bad to wash our private parts with soap?
No, it's not bad, but I've said avoid very strong soaps or very strong perfumed soaps. Yes.
Why do person lose control when she sees a boy?
It means when you have those sexual feelings when you see a boy, it means you are a normal girl. It means you know your taste. It's not a crime, neither is it a sin. But the way you control yourself, the way you handle yourself is what matters. Because that what you feel is not love, it's infatuation. It's just a sexual feeling. And that's what I've said. You can channel your feelings to some more creative activities like games and sports.
Thank you. So someone is asking, which tablet can one use when the stomach has a lot of pain, when menstruation of periods? How long does, okay, these are three different questions. So which tablet can one use when the stomach has a lot of pain?
It's good to go see a doctor so that he or she can tell the severity on what to prescribe on you. It's not advisable to buy over-the-counter drugs. They might not be good for you because we have, as I have said, biologically we are created differently. You might use whatever your friend is using and then it might be dangerous for you. So kindly, when using any tablet, seek medical advice.
And she's also asking, how long does period supposed to take? I think she's asking, how long should the menstrual periods last?
Between 3 and 7 days. Anything beyond 7 days, it's good to go see a doctor.
Thank you. And what if you have stayed like 1 month and your period has not come? What may be the reason?
As I have said, if you've prayed safe, if you've not had any sex, then you need not worry. It's because maybe you've changed your diet or weather. Yeah.
I think this has been answered, but she's asking, what do I do if I stay for a period of 2 to 3 months without receiving my menstruals, and is it normal?
It is normal, but if you had sex, it means you are pregnant.
Another one, what about it? It skips for 1 month, so it's normal unless you've been sexually active. Is it true if two girls stay together and one of them has menstrual periods that they can spread it to her partner?
No, it's not.
Okay, that's a myth. So why do I feel pain in my vagina when we have periods?
If you're feeling any itching or pain in the vagina, then you need to see a doctor. You might be having some infections because it's the stomach or your uterus that is supposed to be having pain, not your vagina. Yes.
Why is it after menstruation there is a meat-like structure getting out at the last day?
Then it means your body has started producing the progesterone or estrogen. The hormones now are being produced. Yes.
Kama ni kawaida menses zikuje alafu after 3 days ziishe and then after 2 days zinarudi.
It is possible. It happens.
Okay. And is it normal?
Yeah, it is.
I produce a white liquid form in the pubic part. What causes that?
It's only the mucus from the uterus. But I've said if it's very severe, if it's itching or yellowish or heavy white, it's good to see a doctor.
And what if a girl get a period and she started feeling like having a stomach ache? How do you prevent that? Are you supposed to take pills?
No, it's you only drink a lot of water so that you can go to the latrine more oftenly to shed off the cramps. The moment you go and urinate, the cramps tend to come out very fast. So drink a lot of fluids. It will be helpful. Don't take any pill unless prescribed by the doctor. Yes.
Thank you. What do you see some bluish blood on the sanitary towel? What are those? Is something wrong? Why do you see some bluish blood? I think she means clot. On the sanitary towel, what are those? Is something wrong?
No, there's nothing wrong. They're just cramps on some tissue from your uterus, and it's not abnormal, it's very normal. Yes.
And another one is asking, they say that there are safe days. Is it true?
Yeah, they are there. But I don't think you are yet to go for the safe days, because you might go or follow your peer, and maybe your cycle and her cycle are not the same, and it's not time for you to be sexually active.
So you have no business with safe days then?
Yeah.
So why do girls have moods and stomach aches and low self-esteem? during menses?
I think the low self-esteem comes because maybe nobody ever prepared you for the menses. I want to tell you today, it's normal. It happens to any normal female on this planet Earth. So you should not. It's only that you should study your cycle, be careful, and be prepared when the menses are ready. The cramps, the stomachache, it's normal. Take a lot of fruits. Stop having so low self-esteem. It's normal. It happens to any female around you. You are not alone.
Thank you. And we are going to be talking more about the moods and self-esteem. But after we're done with these questions, why do you feel uncomfortable when you have menstruation?
It's simply because maybe whoever prepared you, or maybe you were not. You learned from your peer. It is normal. The discomfort may be coming from the aches or the body changes, but you should not behave abnormally. You should behave normally so long as your pad is in place and you're sure it is changed, not soiled. So be comfortable. You are not alone.
Thank you. This is about the safe days that you've said we have no business with because we are still school-going girls. But she's asking, ati kwa periods zako zimeisha leo, is a girl ufanye sex, is it possible for a girl to get pregnant the same day?
I said you don't have any business with sex at the moment, but if you have sex, you're not sure whether you can get pregnant or not, because I'm not sure how many days your cycle goes. So I cannot tell you can get pregnant or not, but it's not advisable at the moment as teenagers to be sexually active because it also affects you psychologically. So it's good at the moment to abstain.
When menses comes 2 days, like her whole cycle is only 2 days, is it normal?
It is. It is. It is normal.
She's also asking, why do I feel pain in the genitals when I went to short call, when I go for a short call?
If it's severe, it's good to go and see a doctor because it means you have some infections. And when I say infections, it does not mean it's an STI or an STD. It can be just a normal infection, a bacterial infection. So don't fear, go seek medical attention.
Is it normal to have your menstrual cycle for 2 weeks?
No, 14 days it's a bit longer. So it's good to go see a doctor because you might be having some hormonal imbalances. Yes.
And she's asking, what if you are over 14 and have never had your menstrual cycle? Does it mean you will never conceive if you fail to get it?
No, it does not mean that. Maybe it's late maturity, you will receive them. Even those who don't conceive receive their menses.
At having periods, you should not eat sugary foods.
It depends with the flow you have as a person. That's why I said menstrual health is about personal hygiene. It's you as a person. Because you might eat the sugary thing and then you feel like the flow is a bit heavy. Yes.
Okay. And why do girls feel pain at that time and some do not? Some experience painful cramps and others do not. Why?
I said we are biologically different. So you might feel pain, the other person might not. Yes.
Why does my period come 1 week and a half?
Then it means there could be some hormonal imbalances. It's good to see a doctor. Yes.
Thank you so much. In case we get any other questions, we are going to be tackling them. But we have another one, which is exactly what I want us to talk about at this moment. But when you have periods and you are at home with your father, how are you supposed to ask for sanitary towels?
Well,
I need to buy sanitary towels.
You can tell him. He knows you're mature, isn't it? There's a girl who talked about no, why not? He knows, even if you don't tell him you are buying the sanitary towels, if you are not shying off, just tell him to give you some pocket money to go and buy something. They understand. You tell him it's personal, he'll understand. It doesn't mean our dads are very naive. They don't know their girls have grown up. They know. So the moment you ask for 100 shilling, he'll definitely know what you want from him and he'll give. If he doesn't, and the menses are coming, maybe there is a shopkeeper who is a friend of your mother or something, just go ask for the parts and the mother, maybe your mother can pay later. It's embarrassing to stay without or to use some unclean materials and you end up getting infections. So it's good, I say it's good to ask from adult females. They understand.
Yes, thank you so much for that. And there is really no need to fear because this is normal. We are the same with men, only that they don't menstruate. So this is really so normal, and that is the message we are trying to push today. And also I want us to talk about boy-girl relationship, which is something girls struggle with. They don't know how to change with their changing bodies. They don't know what to do with their feelings or them feeling attracted to their opposite sex. And like right here, I have one question. And she's saying, I'm 17 years, but I've never been attracted to boys. What is wrong? Am I normal? I don't even like boys, but I've never been attracted to girls neither. Please help. So first, is it normal to be attracted to boys?
Yeah, it is. It means you're very normal and your body is functioning. Yes.
And suppose you're 17, like this case here, and you've never been attracted to a boy. Is it wrong?
It might not be wrong, but maybe there's something wrong. Could be it's the phobic, the fear in you, depending on what you were told at home. Because as we were growing up, the ones who know my era, we were told men are like stinging nettle. They'll sting you. You know, we had so many slogans from our parents, so we ended up fearing. Anytime you see a boy coming near you, you feel like, at an sting. But the phobic is not good. Could be you have some hidden fears in you. Maybe something your parent told you or something your peer told you that is making you fear the boys or fear the male in general. It does not mean you are abnormal. Yeah, and if, since because the case of the girl relationship, it's not good to have a relationship with another girl. It's not godly. It is not normal in our African culture. So even if you are not attracted to the boys, does not mean you should go to the girls. It will come. Only try to fight the stigma. Where is it coming from? Where is these fears coming from? And then you'll understand.
Thank you so much. So it is normal to be attracted to a boy or the opposite sex, but right now you only have one business of making yourself a good future. So thank you so much for enlightening us with all of that. That's where we are going to be wrapping it up. It has been one good episode, and I want to express my sincere gratitude to Wambugo Wine Foundation. Secondly, I want to thank the Sub-County Director of Education and his office for finding this idea welcome and granting us the permission to hold this meeting today. I want to thank all the principals that agreed to this noble initiative and allowed their girls to be here with us today. In particular, I want to thank Mr. Ngodo for hosting us here. Of course, without his acceptance, we would not be here. So we are so grateful for that. We want to thank Central Supermarket for their contribution to this episode. And last but not least, I want to thank GTN TV for the support they have accorded Medi and for enabling us We want to thank our CEO who has been able to get this event. We want to also thank our operations manager. We want to thank our admin, Madam Gladys, and the entire crew that is here, the one that is back at home. They have supported us in one way or another. Allow me recognize my director, Madam Sandra Njeri. She has been very instrumental in making this idea execute the way it has today. So that will be all. See you in our next episode, same time right here on GTN TV, the home of gifts and talents. My name is Mombi Mavuti, and every other day remember that your health is your wealth.